Hey, welcome to a very special episode of the House and Fata Morgana. I don't want to get up and play it on my other computer. So I'm going to play it on this one, but I can't use OBS on this one because it's, this one sucks. So I'm going to record it with my phone. Oh, I don't have headphones. So this isn't really, we're not playing as God intended this time, but I want to play the game, so let me try and set this up. Alright, I don't have to hold it the whole time. This is good, I think. God damn it. Okay, let me get my mouse. Oh my god. Whatever. Let me off, hug me, bring it in. What does the sun off? Watch out. Oh, why did I move that? That was the key to everything. It's screen covered. There we go, perfect. Alright, let's... No, wait! Hold on, I have to start over now. Because I'm not... okay. Okay, I hope my phone doesn't run out of space. That would suck. But we should be fine. Because I don't have like 6 gigabytes of music downloaded on this one. Anyway. Alright. Yeah. I love Steam Cloud. Anyway, door 2 time. That's right, it's door 2. That's where we're at. Your hand in hers, the maid guided you back through the kitchen and into the tea room. Her palms were still cold. You felt as though you were clenching ice. Master, do you wish to know the truth no matter what made me hit it within? Or, if it's something you'd rather... If it's something you'd be happier not knowing, would you rather remain in the dark? Oh, is that so? I wonder about their father. Yes, the flaxen-haired sibling's father. Do you think he knew about the white-haired girl? If he did, then perhaps he allowed her to stay because of how deeply he loved his wife. Or maybe because he did not want people to find out about her. I expect he, too, experienced many different emotions. But those pages of his story remain untold. Their parents likely had a turbulent tale as well, but theirs is not of consequence. To whom, I could not tell you. You and the maid crossed through the entrance hall, continuing your trek. At some point, the fire in the fireplace had faded to embers, emphasizing the lack of light within the mansion. The maid took a candlestick and lit it in the cinders. A small flame illuminated her pale face. On a whim, you asked the maid about herself. About me? Me? Sorry, I'm a maid devoted to your service, master. As I have said. God! I hate that moving screws everything up. Okay. Oh, what was that? You're interested in my name? You flatter me. I truly do appreciate the question, but you are more than welcome to simply call me the maid. I knew it. Also, it'd make me much happier to hear you say my name after you recalled who you are, master. A subtle smile rose to the maid's face, after which she began to lead you down a first-floor corridor. Still holding the maid's hand, you passed in front of a full-length mirror. In it reflected the warm light of the candle, which disappeared out of range shortly thereafter. Oh my, is something the matter? Did you come across something peculiar? The maid had not appeared in the mirror, though she was not the only one with that reflection. Reached the end of the corridor. Look at this guy. That is awesome. Oh wait. Yeah, anyway. There appeared to be a doorway, but the door itself was long since gone, leaving only a hole in the wall to frame the stairs behind it. Without hesitation, it is legible, right? Like you can see the text? I think so. Without hesitation, the maid descended into the darkness. You have more interest in this mansion, master, than a mere maid, do you not? Though it pains me to say as much in your presence, master, this house is cursed. Yes, it is a curse that runs deep. As you just bore witness to, the majority of those who dwell within these walls fall into misfortune. What the hell? I have served here for many years, and periods of happiness are as fleeting as a sugar cube in a cup of hot tea. Why did such tragedies befall them? If I were to guess, master, it was because you had not returned. But when you remember your true self, the mansion's curse should be broken. The next door is before us. It appeared to be the entrance to a cellar. The disconsolate wooden door was visibly rotten in several places, and it seemed it might crumble at a single touch. You could hear the sound of something devouring meat beyond the door. Maybe there was a beast living within. Before you had a chance to say you thought it was dangerous, the maid opened the door with a chilling smile on her face. Your first impression was that it smelled of blood. My goodness. The second door. Yeah! 1707. Yeah! The mansion sat in ruins in that era. Not a soul resided within. The grandeur of the house was lost to the ages. It was in perpetual decline. Not a flower grew in the garden. Dust and dirt blackened the plaster. Cobwebs blanketed the corridors. Ivy shrouded the outer walls. It was not a pleasant sight. As hard as I tried to fight it, I could not stop the mansion's descent into disrepair. The depth of the previous owner's grief, or perhaps despair, was far too much. After the beautiful flaxen-haired family, people stayed away from the mansion. They had no heirs, so their bloodline simply vanished into the depths of history. It had been about 50 years since the house last had a resident. The forlorn property appeared as though it had been abandoned for centuries, and the occasional villager who stumbled upon it did not remain there for more than a day. My time there was rather solitary. That was perhaps the loneliest time of my life. Everyone who visited the mansion feared it, and it was left without anyone to become its master. I even came to believe that my time serving as a maid would come to an end in this era. However, one day I noticed something out of the ordinary. As a servant of the house, I am almost immediately aware of any new presence within its walls, and there appeared to be someone downstairs. Can you imagine just how delighted I was? God damn it. Can you imagine just how delighted I was? Though part of me was anxious about what kind of person I might find, the possibility that it could be you had my heart aflutter. So, resisting the urge to rush, I headed for the basement. The cellar was where red wine, smoked meat, and other preserved foods were kept. By that point, the wine was practically antique. As I had expected, a man had made his way into the cellar. Is anyone there? Although I am unsure if referring to him as a man is entirely accurate. XXXXX. Oh my, this is quite something. Oh my goodness. The very first thing I sensed was an almost unbearable stench. The odor emanated from the man, heightened by the food he had carelessly rummaged through. Blood-red liquid spilled from the wine barrels, soaking the floor. His sunken eyes had a piercing, wolf-like glimmer in them. His teeth were sharp and yellow, visible as he ripped into a chunk of meat. He grumbled in a seemingly inhuman tongue. I was looking at a beast, or perhaps a half-beast. There was another source of odor in the room, though. It had something of a kind of metallic tinge to it, and when I noticed this, I nearly passed out. The red liquid was not just wine, as I had assumed. The beast had, I presume, stolen a weapon from the village. A sword far too nice for him lay on the floor by his side. I could hardly imagine how many people's lives he had taken with that blade. It was visibly wet with blood, even in the darkness of the cellar, but at the same time it had an imposing gleam. The fine, luscious aroma of the wine could not mask the stench of the blood and the beast. Holding my breath, I took a few moments to ponder. Ponder what? Oh, master, you know. Tell me, were you summoned here by the mansion? I can't really. Did you come here knowing what kind of place it is? If you are in want of money, you're welcome to help yourself to some of the furniture. And I imagine the villagers would be willing to welcome you if you address yourself a bit more like a person. Then you can trade the furniture for food and make your way to a larger town. The wolf was able to fool the innocent little girl simply by putting on clothing, after all. Oh dear, I was afraid you wouldn't understand me. What am I to do? I was in quite the predicament. Nevertheless, it meant a great deal to me then that I had found someone who did not fear the mansion, be they human or beast. So I decided I should give him my assistance while doing my best not to agitate him. Say, could you perchance be my new master? Oh my god. That was insane. The mansion sat near the ocean. To say it was perched upon a cliff might make it sound rather intimidating, but you could see the beautifully clear sea through the windows, a glittering expanse of the emerald and turquoise. If the mansion had been in proper condition, it would have been breathtaking against that backdrop. I even wanted to plant orange trees in the garden. Though it was a tumultuous era, the sun still shone bright upon the land, which only served to emphasize the house's unsightliness. Oh yes, perhaps I should give you some more background information. Uh, at this, at that period of time, a war had just drawn to a close. Yeah, I'm gonna say. Oh my God, it's 1:55. I didn't even realize. The once gorgeous wetlands were infested with crows picking at decaying remains. Bodies of soldiers fallen in battle continually washed up on the shores of coastal villages. The people wanted nothing more than for the curtain to draw on that deeply political contest. And when it finally did, the kingdom, with its richly fertile shores, was stripped of its independence, beginning a new era under new rule. The people were exhausted, their spirits wasted away, and the splendor of the ocean and sky did nothing to help. In my mind, the beast was emblematic of the times, emaciated and enveloped in the scent of blood. I'm trying to make it so that I can see, make sure that this is still recording. So I don't want it to. Okay. But the war came to an end. Thus, the beast did not have to remain a beast, I thought. Did he? And so I endeavored to make the beast more human-like. First, I need to do something about his appearance. I would draw a bath, scrub away all the filth, and dress him in clothing left in the mansion. However, having sat unused for 50 years, the majority of garments had been devoured by insects and were of little use. So I searched the mansion top to bottom for anything the beast could wear, heated up some coals, and set to work ironing what I found. At the time, steam irons had not been invented, obviously. We used plates of iron heated with coals. They somewhat resembled kettles. I even prepared meals for the beast in order to teach him proper table manners. Although with the mansion in a nearly uninhabitable state of disarray, there was only so much I could do in the kitchen, and the only supplies I had to work with were what was left in the cellar. As such, I was not able to put use to cooking skills I had learned in the flaxen-haired family's time. Now, you mustn't eat with your hands. Do you want to get your fingers and face dirty? You eat using a knife and fork. That's a guitar, I think. The beast noises? I feel like I'm teaching a young child. Well, that's not a guitar. Oh my, what are you holding your head for? That really sounds like a guitar, especially the last part. That sounds like a guitar. Oh dear, perhaps I should be teaching you to speak before table manners. Worry not, we have plenty of time. You needn't act so frightened. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's someone like moving. I wish I had a guitar with me, because then I would just show you, but I don't. But it sounds like someone moving their finger up and down the strings on the guitar. Or perhaps you do not want to be understood at all? Would you be so kind as to tell me your name? You are, for now, still a guest. It is too soon for me to call you master. Or am I mistaken? Your name. That is what people call you. How about I start by telling you my name? I am called... Bleh. Oh, Bestia. Interesting. Bestia. Your name is Bestia. Hehe. Then that is what I shall call you, Bestia. This is awesome. My, you seem to be rather perplexed as to how I was still alive. No, that makes sense. You're immortal. He had, in fact, attempted to cause me harm. However, I'm a servant of the house. The beast called himself Bestia. It is a curious thing. When I learned his name, he seemed to take on the new importance in my mind. He was not a mere beast, but the thing called Bestia. Master, should I ever have the chance to hear your name, I am certain you too shall become more substantial presence. But you must always remember, Master, that even if you do not remember your name, and even if you never know mine, you have always held a special place in my heart. Aww. And thus began my tranquil days with Bestia. Slowly he began to learn the human tongue, and I was, to be quite honest, rather thrilled. To be certain, I was afraid of the beast, but my fear was not so strong as my elation that there was someone else in the mansion, someone to whom I could speak, and someone that might become my master. Come now, you must pull weeds out at the roots or they will soon grow back. This is a task that requires perseverance. You do it like this, see? There you go. Grass. Oh, did you not expect that? Hee hee hee. What appears to be many plants on the surface is actually all connected within the soil. This is a task that requires a man's strength. If there were other servants, they could do it. So I apologize for making you tend to the garden, future master. Or perhaps now that you're all dressed up, do you wish to leave the mansion and find someone to fool, as the wolf did the sweet little girl? Have you no interest in remaining in such a disheveled house? Go on. Not want leave. Oh my, is that so? I could have figured that out. If you wish to stay, then I shall not stop you. On the contrary, I will gladly attend to you. I am waiting for the person who is to become my master. Forever waiting. I should be able to watch over you until the day you depart this world, old and wrinkled. Do you not believe me? Hehe. Oh, I believe you, the maid. Are you interested in becoming the master of this house? Will be. I have to wonder if you know what you're saying, although it matters little whether you do or not. Oh my, look at that. Now this brings back memories. This is called a rose. Do you know what a rose is? Let's go. It is a type of flower. Not, no. Do not, no. I see. Then allow me to teach you. What you have here is not a real rose. The real roses wilted and are sleeping in the soil. This is called an accessory. It is something women wear. The beast held an ornamental white rose in his hands, an object someone sometime meant to give to someone else. Curiously, the white rose was just as stunning as it had been the day it was made, despite being buried in the earth for so many years. I hear roses make wonderful gifts. Okay. Okay, the maid. Whatever. He stared intently at the decorative rose. I presumed the beast would either discard it disinterestedly or destroy it, but much to my surprise, Bestia held it gently in his hands, although it was something precious to him. Are you perchance considering giving it to me? So you are not. Very well. Is there someone else you would like to give it to? In that moment, a thought floated through my mind. The thing I had found in a pool of blood in the cellar was a monstrous creature indeed, but was perhaps not, at his core, what he truly was. So I asked him a question. What is it that you desire, Bestia? This mansion fulfills people's desires. If you yearn for something, want, live, peace. Oh, look at that filthy thing. A beast! It's a beast! It's eating goddamn sand. Are you really that hungry? Beast, you foul creature. Stay the hell back. Get any closer. Filthy beast. And I'll kill you. Several days passed by. As Beastie began to act more like a person, the mansion followed suit, slowly becoming more habitable, though not yet back to its former glory. No flowers grew in the garden, but neither were there weeds infesting it. The dusty corridors, shattered windows, rust-covered kitchen gradually returned to their proper states. Beastie learned how to change his own clothes and how to draw a bath. No longer did I have to wait on him hand and foot. He could take care of another number of things all by himself. What we lacked for food, he acquired from the forest. Nope. Oh, it's just a weather notification. Never did he go to the village to purchase supplies from the village. Rather, he captured hares and gathered herbs hidden in the overgrowth. That's what I. Yeah. They were days without incident. And though such a life may be want for excitement, peace is something that you mustn't take for granted. Those who have it cast it aside, finding the leisurely flow of time dull. Only those who have never experienced it truly know how precious it is. Beastia appeared to be content. He wore an expression of solitary serenity. Someone! Is anyone there? And then one day, a crack formed in the uneventful tranquility. Is anyone in there? Could you part with some food? I don't need much. Some food and water, just a little. That's all I need. Beastia looked over at me, as though seeking my aid. Ironic, no? It was the visitor who was truly in need of aid. I pondered it for a few moments, deciding that I could not simply turn away someone calling upon the mansion. Had Beastia ordered me not to let him in, I would have followed his orders, but he said nothing. Well, what the heck? Oh, thank God, someone's here. I was afraid it was deserted. You said you were in need of sustenance? Yes, it doesn't have to be much. Anything to quench this thirst. I got lost and it's been several days. Give me a few minutes, I'll find. Let him in. A firm, deep voice came from behind me. I was quite startled. When did the beast learn to act so much like a human? When did he learn to speak so clearly and to behave so much like a master? Ah. Upon seeing Beastia, a look of terror appeared to cross the wanderer's face for a moment. To my eyes, Beastia was the very image of a head of house, but to an outsider it probably appeared to be nothing more than a beast in a man's clothing. Prepare him a meal and bed. I suspect he is quite tired. Thank you very much. But in time the fear drained from the man's face. Beastia sat precariously on the border between man and beast. Though he still had his doubts, the wanderer revised his first impression, deciding Beastia was human. As the wolf had fooled the little girl in the forest, he too had succeeded in playing the role of a man. That's so weird, bro. He can talk. I thought I was a goner for a while there, but you really came to the rescue. And a meal like this on top of that, you really didn't have to. Though I guess that's not an appropriate thing to say as I'm eating. What kind of meat is this? Hare. It's damn tender for a rabbit, and here I thought it was beef. You have quite the skilled chef. Hee hee hee. Oh, is she the one that cooked this? Is she your wife? Oh no, I'm merely a servant. They call me the maid. A female servant, huh? Don't see that very often. This mansion's just full of surprises. I can hardly believe it. Lost for days, and as soon as I think I'm dead, there it is. Thinking back on it now, it's miraculous. But why are you two living alone in a house on a cliff? We... Oh, I beg your pardon. Asking so many questions without telling you about myself. My apologies. Just a little too excited to finally see other people. I'm a merchant. I do international trade. Until a few years back, spice exports pretty much all came from one place. But now that we've established trade routes of our own, my country's fighting tooth and nail to push its exports. And in fact, some have lost a few teeth in the fight already. But that's just how it works. It's a cutthroat world. You do what you must to survive. That's just how it works, the merchant said, a sorrowful look on his face. He was quite clearly putting on a show, though. Confidence in himself and his homeland radiated from that man. I came to this land to do business, but much to my chagrin, I somehow ended up lost in the forest. Had I wandered around for much longer, I'd have lost the chance to ever see my beloved again. Your beloved? Yes, sir. I'm constantly out on business, so we only get to see each other a few times a year, but she always waits for my return. I'd like to introduce you to her if I ever get the chance. She's a pretty girl, if not especially striking. Is that so? The merchant was a man of many words, and I, for one, do not mind a lively supper table. Though I know not how Beastia felt, at the very least I was glad we had invited the wanderer into the mansion. He was, after all, holding a proper conversation with someone, and he seemed to be having success concealing his piercing, beast-like gaze. I can't help but think the music might be overpowering my voice. good music though. However, oh right, I stopped by the village before entering the forest, and I heard a bone-chilling tale there. Uh-oh. As soon as the merchant brought up the subject, a palpable tension spread through the room. They say there have been sightings of a beast. Oh, look at all those dots. There's a lot of dots right there. Those are tension dots. It's a creature unlike anything anyone's seen before. Not a wolf or a bear or anything like that. Oh, even more tension dots. It even attacked the village once, killing several people. Thankfully, the men managed to drive it out, but the creature is still alive. There's nothing in this world scarier than a vicious beast. Oh my god, look at all the tension dots! So you should keep an eye out. Wouldn't want to accidentally let a murderous beast into your home. At the village's assistance, I had the smithy forge me a knife. Is that knife, huh? With you now? Well, yeah, I've got it on me. Only good to defend myself with, but it's better than that knife. You brought that knife. You're here to kill me with that knife. What? You're going to stab me again and again with that knife, like they did last time. That's why you're here, isn't it? What are you talking about? What's gotten into you? Stab and stab and stab. Calm down. What are you so worried about? I'm not gonna hurt you with this. What did you just say? Making his beast noises again. Eek! I like to imagine that before the wolf ate the poor little girl, he said, "Is this what I always looked like?" Oh my goodness. That beast. What's your problem? What's wrong? Talk like a human. Is me. Stop! Stay back! Get any closer and I'll stab you to death. You act like you only just realized I'm a beast. Eek. That's right. I'm a beast. I killed them. Stay back, and I'll do the same to you. Ah! Help! In his hand, Beastie held a sword. Perhaps it had been hidden under the table, or maybe behind his chair? Regardless, it was as though he expected this to happen. The merchant kicked aside a chair, attempting to flee, but Beastie had closed the distance in an instant, knocking him back. He lost his balance and slammed against the wall, but still he made to escape, though the beast stood blocking his path. No, please stop this. Don't kill me. My beloved is waiting for me back home. I can't leave her behind. And why should I care? Oh my god. They threw me off with that. Damn. Damn. A dreadful scream echoed through the dining room. I reflexively covered my ears. Please help. Ah, someone, anyone. No one's going to come for you. This mansion's a long way from town. Help, that woman. Why isn't she here? She was just... Ah. You'll kill me if I don't kill you. And so I must show you that I will. I must show you that I'm serious. I must kill you or you won't understand. You just won't understand. If I don't show you firsthand, you won't understand. I'll make you understand. I'll make your flesh and bones understand. I'll kill you. I'll kill you. Kill you. Monster. That's right. I am a beast. That was cool. Okay, I'm not doing that. It's a laugh. It's an evil laugh. A very long evil laugh. Thank God I didn't try to do this. I would have given up by now. Oh, this is so cool though. That's the thing about visual novels. What else? What other medium can you do stuff like that? They had been enjoying... After the scene, I'm gonna stop. They had been enjoying a peaceful meal around the table together just minutes earlier. So what had triggered this? If I were to guess, the merchant saying the word knife is what caused the beast to snap. A simple, small thing set him off. I could not comprehend it. Bestia, who had said he wished for peace, was staring down at the ravaged corpse of the merchant, with a look of ecstasy on his face. Master, can you understand how he felt? Even just a little? Did he not yearn for peace but for slaughter? Oh, that's creepy. Okay. I'm going to stop for now. Oh my god, who's Pauline? Okay, yeah, this is a good stopping point. So I don't even know who Pauline is. A slow killing poison. Okay, well, thank you for bearing with me through this turbulent time in the Fata Let's Play. We're gonna continue later. Is it? Let's see that cloud status. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for watching. And I hope that the audio is okay on this. I didn't test it out, so I hope it's okay. But I think it'll be fine. I was pretty close to the mic.